Here we go. Welcome to Heaven's Vault Let's Play Episode 5. We took a break last weekend, but we're back here, so let's see what the story is so far. Aaliyah and Six have been looking for the Ioxian Janiki Renba, sent by Professor Miari to uncover the cause of the fall of Iox, which she believes is soon to return. But ancient memories found inside a robot led Renba to a different discovery, an ancient observatory, the Vault, which Renba believed could save the nebula from darkness. But why had Renba been hiring laborers to dig something up on Elbereth? Perhaps other ancient sites, like the mysterious Withering Palace mentioned by an ancient recording, will yield more clues? Hello, Michael McSaucy and Honeybat. Good to see you both. All right, let's look at the map and see where we want to go. Don't know enough to find that site yet. Okay. Maybe we should go to Renba's dig site? Yeah, that's probably what we should do. Renba had been following a lead from a robot. Yeah, let's search for the site. Will it let me? Is it not letting me? I don't understand why it's not letting me. Yeah, I enjoy this game. It's such a nice change of pace. I just don't get why I can't go here. Oh, because I need to go time to move on. That's what it is. Okay. That's what happens when you don't play for 2 weeks. You forget the controls. I will prepare the tackle, mistress. Yeah, if we look at the map, that's not enough to go places. We have to tell the game that we want to go. Okay, so we can go to Iox, home of the university. I could go and tell Huang I met his trader Renaki. And as always, I could show him some of my recent books and finds. He loves old texts and might find opinions on my translations, and he might know something about the Withering Palace. I could go there next. Or we could go to Renba. Yeah, this is what we saw before. So, Small Moon, Elbereth, used hiring labor. Got some artifacts from the site. No clues as to what it might be. What do we think is... I think I want to go to Renba's dig site. Yeah, let's just go to Renba's dig site. Sailing to Renba's dig site. Eagles Pass. Let's go this way. And then let's go this way. Renba wasn't digging for his observatory, was he? I don't think you can bury an observatory, mistress. Oh, excuse me. Vicinity of Renba's dig site. My findings suggest Renba's dig site should be close at hand. Okay, so we want to go to the left. When we reach a fork in the road. There are weak flows in the river to the left. Yeah. I think that's where we wanted to go. There's a path in the water. It's kind of funny how they call it water, even though we're water and rivers, but we're really like out in space. So, which way do we go? Well, pretty much straight ahead. I believe there is a very gentle force here. Interesting. Just enough to sail. It may lead somewhere. It may not. I think we've found it. Of course we found it. There's space enough to land. Awesome. Renba's dig site. What was Renba looking for out here? Okay, I'm just gonna... I had my lunch and I'm still a little bit peckish, so I've got some nachos to snack on. So I'm gonna take a couple bites here, take a drink of water, and we'll continue. All right. Nice.
We trudged across the surface of a tiny moon. Nothing but dust and towering stone.
It is quite remarkable, mistress. This place is actually worse than Elbereth. I'm not going to reply to him. Snide remarks. A contraption. Equipment. I knew there would be something here. But what is it, mistress? I have no idea. At least we're on his trail. Again. There's something etched here. But this is not an ancient site, mistress. Let's just read the symbols. I'm going to ignore this stupid robot. He kind of gets on my nerves, honestly. I know some people didn't like me treating him poorly, but I'm just really not a fan of this robot. He's got an attitude problem. Those can't be the glyphs for inside after all. I'm going to say back. Hold back. Maybe it isn't. Hold back. Relates to time. Let's just put out. I don't think it's right, but let's do it. Equally, it might say, cheese runs amok, since the carvers do not know what they were carving. It doesn't say that. It's definitely 4 words, not 3. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the game, is the exploring of the planets. And deciphering stuff. Hold on, there was a dot here before. Oh, there we go, rails. Made for a cart, I suppose. Someone was building something. Not for robots. No way through this way. There must have been a rockfall, mistress. Oh, what was that? There's something up ahead. What's that? Ah, it's a camp.
There
Water's
were tents,
above.
carts, ropes and platforms. Rember must have had an army working here. And yet he had left it all behind. Just like that.
This must be Renba's work. He hired laborers from the markets on Albereth, shipped them here, and had them doing whatever he was doing. A most likely analysis, mistress. Let's go look over here. It's not letting me go up there. So all this was built before Renba went to Mercy? Renba must have found something here. Something that led him into the cyclones. The rope and brooch, perhaps. There's a cart here. A mining cart. Where did Renba get all this from? I believe it comes from a mine, mistress. It has seen a lot of use over a long period. There's something etched into the metal. I'm going to have to guess the whole thing. Nebula of Tiny. Sail and work. Moves. Great out. I think it does. It moves large amounts of things out. Is it weird that I get kind of Star Wars Tatooine vibes from this. If Rumba was hiding laborers from Elbereth, then the lady who runs the market there should remember him. Can't be many Ioxians hiring workers from her. Let's see if there's something up here. I do not like the market, mistress. Sure you don't. Another mining cart. This one's also inscribed. Symbols etched deep into the metal. Almost missed that. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. In front, we are. Together. Together we are all honest out. Together we are strong. All right, nothing there. We'll go up there in a bit. Let's check out this this tent first. Another carving. Ooh, getting lots of carvings. I like it. There's a few words in this one. These move out. I think it's wrong. These makes or time. Something that relates to time. Should stay. I think must. These stones must move. Or these stones do not move. Maybe do not. I feel like must relates closer to should, but do not makes more sense in terms of the full sentence. I think I'm going to do not. These stones do not move. A request for strength? Added by builders to keep buildings safe? Kind of makes sense. Writing must seem like magic to those who can't read. I can imagine. It's kind of like playing an instrument. To me, when I see somebody play an instrument, it just seems like magic. Because I can't play an instrument. But, to musicians, it's just like second nature, right? Tied up from the outside. My scanners do not suggest there is anyone inside. Slice the rope with the dagger. The knot's old. Hard to... There.
Darkness. An enormous pit had been cut into the rock below. It must have taken days to do. Weeks even.
What could be down here to be worth all this? Actually lets me walk here. Okay, let's go this way. Let's take the route that I think the game was not intending me to take. Some kind of machine. Power generator? Oroi would love this. Maybe Renba bought it from her. Evidently, it's a generator, mistress. That's what I said. Your friend Oroi most likely made it. It looks to be functional, but if we turn it on, we will give away our presence here, should there be anyone to give it away to. Let's see now. Now the whole place looks pretty abandoned.
Wooden walkways spiraled down, held together by ropes and luck. You could tell this place was built by Elberethians.
Those walkways look unbelievably dangerous, mistress. I don't know if I want to go down. Do I? Please be careful, mistress. There was a dot there. Look down. How far does it go? Evidently, it is quite a drop, mistress. Whatever was being uncovered was well buried. I think we're going to be all right. We're going to be able to come back. I feel quite confident of it. Let's hope this thing can take my weight. The walkway is extremely badly made, mistress. Typical. Shut your robot pie hole. Test the board. Why don't you go first, 6? Let's test it. This board seems weaker than the others. After that bridge collapsing on the garden moon, I don't want to take any chances. I concur, mistress. Will it take my weight? I do not know. Presumably, you would not be the first to cross it. No, you're going first. Go, robot. Not a chance, mistress. I know your reputation for losing robots. This is a bad idea. Whatever was down there, Renba took it out and left. No reason to break our necks looking for it. Really, mistress. The probability of collapse was steadily rising. So maybe we'll take this lift down. An inscription. So I'm gonna munch a couple more chips here. I think playing Beat Saber this morning really burnt a lot of calories. Cool. It's very close to winds. Do not fall. Lifting equipment. But not very good lifting equipment. Whatever Master Renba was doing here, mistress, he was doing it secretly, not well. All right. I have a feeling we're probably going to find something and come back here and go down eventually. But currently the game does not want me to go down. Please, don't be scared. Who are you? My name is Saya. I've been stuck here for weeks since the Ioxian left. There's enough wood here to burn for years, but I can't eat wood. The water's almost gone too. You have to take me with you. Take you where? Anywhere other than here. I'm not going to take no for an answer. I can't. I won't say no. Six? I believe we should be leaving. This way, mistress. What? No, I don't want to leave. Are you kidding me? There was so much more to explore there. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Thank you, Ioxian. Your ship is much more comfortable than his was. What am I supposed to do with you now? She should tell us where she wants to go. What did you have in mind? Take you back to Elbereth? I have nowhere else to go. There's a whole nebula out there to explore. I could take you Iox, Renaki, Mersai, but Elbereth is my home. I have friends there. Please. Just as you say. Just take me home. They're just trying to be nice. Give you some options. Plus, she didn't really say that Elbereth was her home. We just assumed it was her home. Man, there's so much more to explore. All right, well, let's go to Elbereth. Eagle's Pass, sailing to Elbereth. We will need to turn right shortly, mistress. All right. Fair enough, robot. Looks like another right. Doesn't 2 rights make a U-turn? Why didn't Janiki use robots for the dig? It must have taken forever to excavate that moon. Oh, we missed. I believe the answer is obvious, mistress. Robots cannot keep secrets, mistress. What did Renba think he was going to find here? He must have known it was valuable before he started. I missed a turn. Really? Pretty sure I went exactly where it showed me. Why does it keep saying that I'm missing my turns? Set us down, 6. Yeah, we were going the right way. I don't get why he kept saying that we missed a turn. That was really weird. Do we have to come here again? Stop complaining, 6. Exactly. I've ensured we have no weapons with us once more, mistress. Thank you, Aaliyah Elasra. I will be all right from here. Will you go back to the markets? If I can find something else, I will not. If I cannot, then at least I have a place there. I have never had so much choice before. Before I go, I have something for you. Oh! The excavation on the Elberth moon ended as soon as we found that ship in the ground. I was there. We found a hatch filled with dull gemstones. 1 or 2 looked valuable to me. I kept a little for myself. You stole it? I dug it from the dirt with my own hands. It was never that man's. And I do not want it anymore. Is there anything more you can tell me about Renba's work? I can tell you what he found. An artifact. A telescope, I think. Once he found it, that was when he left. He barely even tied up the tent. I've seen a telescope device before. Without a lens, perhaps. I did not see it so clearly. He hurried away once he found it. Good faith to you. I like that, well, she's going to be all right. I like that phrase. Good faith to you. Question. Remember the empty tripod I found on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones? I wonder if it had once held a telescope like the one Saya said Renba dug up. What if Janiki was collecting the telescopes? Observatories, telescopes, there must be a connection. If these scopes were perhaps in communication with each other, mistress, and that enabled Renba to locate one from another, perhaps their connection to the observatory might be similarly traceable. Do we want to go to the slums? Do we want to approach the gate? Or do we want to get out of here? I kind of feel like we just want to get out of here. I would say the Citadel is older than the slums. Oh, who is this? Good faith to you. Good faith. How goes things? All fire and no smoke, as they say. Thank you. Be well. We know Renba found a telescope on the crashed ship, another on the ruin near Mercy. We found one more on the cratered moon with the ramps. Triangulation of something? The data is indeed thin. What would help? More telescopes, mistress? A triangulation requires 3 or more points. If we assume the scope board of the ship was bound for, it would taken... Wait, mistress? I'm not going anywhere. Alright, we've seen enough. Let's go to the Nightingale. Time to leave. As you wish, mistress. Let's leave. And so we left the surface of Albereth. I think we should go to Iox. Or maybe we'll have something from the triangulation. I was thinking about that boat that Saya said Renba found. The size of the dig site suggests it was big. The Empire never used ships that large. And it was too old, too long buried. You have never seen a ship like it. I hope Mistress Saya's description was accurate. No wonder Renba was excited. There must have been a whole age before the Empire, when ships like great whales crawled the rivers. But doing what? Trading, mistress? Most likely. An age of sail before the Empire was founded. Before the Empire locked down the nebula. Yeah, I think we need to go to Iox. Pepper had a big puke today. She's probably going to be hungry earlier than usual because she emptied out her belly. I just don't get why she pukes so frequently. Let's go this way. So we definitely want to go and visit the librarian, because we left an artifact with him last time. We should give him a new one to look at. Yeah, he's in through here. The library. Leah, you're back. Yes, we are. Let's talk to him. Oh, Huang. I've been finding some truly ancient sites. Places far out in the reaches that must have been once wealthy. Abandoned? They seem that way. There's no clue there and now anyway. There's no one out there now anyway. Iox is old. Iox has been around forever. It probably all started here. What did? The Great Loop, of course. That's why everyone wants to be on Iox. This is where you need to be when the loop closes. Interesting. Did you ever hear of the Withering Palace? I feel like that's a very precise question. Most likely an Empire period site, so not too old. The Withering Palace. Let me think. Yes, I think the annals mention it briefly. Let's see. And the lonely and the lost were pilgrims to the palace beyond the garden, where the best remained as mirrors of wise thoughts. What does that mean? I have no idea. Beyond the garden might be a clue. We found a garden. Sounds delightful. Well, it was more of a graveyard. I wouldn't trade our lives, Aaliyah. I really wouldn't. Let's show him some text. I found something you might like to look at. Let's see now. There's an inscription. I read it as, "This book came through gates." Yes, I think you're correct about came. Thanks, Huang. I found something Renba discovered near Elbereth. Oh, yes. For a roboticist, he didn't seem to like robots. Maybe he knew what they were capable of. What makes you say that? Oh, nothing, I'm sure. Only I sometimes think there are more robots on Iox than people. I never see any other robots here. No, you don't see them. But they're here. You sound paranoid. You're probably right. So, anyway, what did he find? A ship. So what he's implying is that a really big ship. Some of the people that look human are actually robots. Underground. Underground? How did it get there? I have no idea. I also don't know how he found it. Do you have any idea? I'm guessing it was like something old that got covered up. None at all. None. Let's show him an artifact. I got a few things for the curators. Glad to hear it. Let's give him the dull crystal found on Remba's dig site. Have you ever seen anything like this dull crystal? Interesting. I'm not sure we have anything quite like that one. The curators will be most interested in the dull crystal, I'm sure. Take it. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. I don't know if I should be giving all this stuff to him, but I don't see why not. We have located one new location of interest, the Withering Palace. Should we leave now, mistress? Let's do it. I don't want to talk to that other lady. Let's leave the moon. And so we left the university. Aboard the Nightingale. Let's move on. I will ready the chalks, mistress. Why would we go back to Elbereth? My friend the mechanist and the trader Tappy might help me identify the source of the iron. Could go there next. You know what? I want to go to the Withering Palace. Let's go try to find it. I'm struggling with this last chip. I should go left shortly. I can do that. Mistress. What is it, robot? Yes, 6. I have a result, mistress. What's the result? What kind of result? The triangulation of the telescopes, mistress, that Remba found. Ooh, a ruin. Assuming they were recording devices, transmitting data to each other and to a central source. Assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of the nebula from many angles, while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. Mistress, I believe I have found Remba's observatory. Well, we'll go there and we'll see if it's where you think it is. Evidently, it is far further than we have ever been. A ruin! I would guess it dates from the age of sail, mistress. Wait, mistress. I found a charred, annotated map of the rivers. It must have come from somewhere close by. Looks like there's something written inside. It's the end of a longer line of text. Oh, my controller battery is low. I believe you can be confident in stars. And wind is correct too. Is it wind or wind? Because it's actually two things. Written the same way, but with two different meanings. Stars. Now relates to holy. Stars above and wind below. Quite confident about that one. Most likely this comes from the same place as the battered compass and the key we found earlier. Got a lot of information on the age of sail site now. Should make it easier to find. I should take this thing to Tappy on Albereth. See if he has anything similar in his collection. Go left. All right, robot. I will trust you. Because navigation is one thing you're actually decent at. in the vicinity. Available data suggests the Withering Palace is somewhere nearby. Well, let's have a look. Well, let's check out the first location, which pretty much every path leads to the same place. Let's hang right, though. I think I want to hang right. This is an area of weaker flow once more, mistress. Mistress, there is some kind of ruin some distance away straight ahead. Well, then let's go check it out. The ruin here appears to date from the Ioxian Empire, mistress. This should only take a few moments, mistress. I recovered an iron pitcher, just floating out there. The handle has been carved with symbols. It's a long one. It's a lot of stuff carved into the handle. Got another trophy. Figured out another word, cry. All right. At of via. I'm going to say out and cry out. It relates to wind. Or wind. Wind. Not sure. Let's have a look at this one. Relates to river. I'm going to say goblet. Has to do with liquids, right? Something your goblet and cry out. Raise your goblet and cry out. That makes sense. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of... I would say this is made on the site we're looking for. It must be close by. This will make the site we're hunting much easier. We're no longer within our search zone, mistress. Really? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a fresh controller. It is fully charged. If you're listening with headphones on, just watch your ears. Sometimes there's a pop when I unplug the controller. So, yeah, just fair warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And while I'm up, I'm actually going to get some more stuff to snack on. Still feeling peckish. kind of crazy how with my intermittent fasting, sorry about the crinkling, with my intermittent fasting, like during my period of time when I eat, I'm hungry and I like to eat, but then as soon as I'm done my fasting, or once I'm done my eating, go into my fasting period, it's like I just shut off my hunger. Hello, Luke. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Strawberries sound delicious. I think I might have some frozen strawberries. I should probably snack more on fruit, but this kind of stuff is easy to snack on. All right, let's continue. Oh, it said we were leaving, and now it says that we're back on track. Feels good to be back on a real river again. Oh, I see something. We can't get there, though. We have to follow the river. Okay, so it looks like we want to go... Well, I think we just follow the flow, and eventually we're going to get there naturally. Hey, Pepper. There's something here. I think we found it. There's not enough room to land the ship, mistress. I will ready the hopper. Oh, it looked like it was pretty big. The Withering Palace. This is the palace the holographic head mentioned. How can there be a palace here? Oh, we got a sandstorm.
We hoppered down into a narrow, rocky canyon. Waves of dust made it impossible to breathe.
Uh-oh. Mistress? The air, it's getting to me. Give me a moment. Oh, I said the wrong thing. Whoops.
This was the worst one yet.
You should not talk, mistress. The dust will get into your throat. Well, then stop talking to me, robot. We'd best keep moving. How long can I last out here? Evidently, you have 1 minute without shelter. After that, your lungs will begin to struggle. Damn. Oh, you found yourself a handful of strawberries to snack on? That's awesome. I hope you enjoy those strawberries. I'm slightly jealous.
My head was spinning.
Mistress, the lack of atmosphere on this moon is taking its toll. Then don't make me waste time talking about it. Awesome. Okay, so we can go hide here and recover. By the moons. A wind shadow. This place, 6. This place is horrible. Why would the hologram child have wanted to come here? Why would anyone? Well, might not always have these storms, right? It is indeed horrible. All right, let's go. Another shadow. Marks in the stone. Awesome. Robert, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to have you here. Etched in pictures, not glyphs. Oh, different stick people. With stick robots. The hologram said there were robots here. I hope Wally World was good, Robert. And the drawing looks like a child's drawing. What was this place? Change of plan. I'll wait here. You go ahead. Yes, mistress. You wait. I will return shortly. I hope 6 hurries up. I left so many robots behind myself. They must be out for revenge by now. Nothing else for it then. I'll find you. Oh, he's coming back. Mistress, what is it, robot? Evidently, it is most inclement out here. What does that mean? So what did you find? There is nothing here. Therefore, we should leave. I don't believe you. We had evidence. The Withering Palace. All statistics have a meaningful margin of error, mistress. I can't think with this dust. I want to see for myself. But there is nothing to see. A path. Let's go. A canal seems to get narrower, but there's no way to know if it leads anywhere at all. Hey Julius, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. If there is no shelter, I fear you will not make it back. I'm not going to reply to you. I'm going to save my breath.
Then we rounded a corner in the rock, and we saw it.
6? Did you lie to me, 6? I knew he lied to me. I don't trust this robot as far as I could throw it. I only wish to protect you, the dust. Don't ever lie to me again, or I will throw water on your circuits, you piece of trash robot. I cannot promise you that, mistress. Not honestly, anyway. The ruins will provide a wind shadow, mistress. You are, after all, safe. Just got home, helped your buddy get his grandma instead of Wally World. Did I read that right? Oh, okay. You helped him get his grandmother instead of going to Wally World. Found out that tomorrow's trip. So you bought ice cream for the trip home. Awesome. Oh, the robot is more than a little sus. I didn't trust it right from the get-go. And you guys were like, why are you being mean to the robot? And I was like, because I don't trust it. And now you understand why. We've seen this kind of gate before. In the Abandoned Empire period graveyard moon, where I had spoken to the hologram. This site must be from a similar period, just as we were expecting, an inscription. Symbols embossed into the metal. In this, I've got some of these words in my notebook, but I'll take a chance. In this place. Give toward. I'm thinking either inside or comfort. In this place. It relates to death and via. I'm thinking in this place where find. I'm going to go with inside. Two endings, one going with the robot and one without going with the robot. I think we have to go with the robot because the robot controls the hopper, which is like the teleporting machine. Yeah, you know, I'm okay with it. Let's go with that. It doesn't make much sense, but in this place where when find inside. You're a robotic idiot, 6. You lied to me. Badly. Indeed, mistress, but my ethical core compelled it. No, I don't believe you, robot. Let's see what we find inside.
We stepped through the ancient gate. The wind outside dropped to a hollow moan.
I really hope we don't have to go back through the storm. I am unsure I could even allow you to try, mistress. Did this ever open? Perhaps, mistress. But I do not think it will open now. A door a little ajar. This door's open, but the gap's too narrow to slide through. And it's jammed. I'll have to find a way around.
The room was filled with rows and rows of books.
So, is this a library? A palace of knowledge withering as paper withers? Perhaps, mistress, it is an interesting theory. Seems a bit of a stretch, however. A stool. Someone leapt up in a hurry, I suppose. Or an animal knocked it over, and it looks like they dropped something here in the crack between the stones. A snapped 5-toothed key. It looks like something from the Age of Sail. No inscription along the barrel of the key. This comes from the same site as the charred map and the battered compass we found before, I think. We've got a lot of leads on the Age of Sail site now. This will make the site easier to locate. Cool. Let's check out the book. There's ancient here. Lots of it. This is one end of a stained fragment. I believe you are correct with below. Robots below. Relates to craftsmen, plants, and stones. Earth. Emperor banished robots below Earth. That totally makes sense. If only we could read the whole volume. Scrawled papers. Diagrams, but I can't tell what of. It's like Miari's desk back on Iox. An open window. There's some kind of plaza back here. Interesting. Lined with statues. They look like pieces laid out for a game, like chess. But if this is a Holy Empire site, the ancient gods shouldn't be here at all. We got stairs. Oh, we got some more here. Huang would love this place if he could make it through the dust. We should take a whole bunch of books with us. I am certain he could not. Can I look at the books again? Take one. Yes. The Chronicles of Mazwai. It's the book Huang is always reading. There are something in the order of 600 copies of Mazwai on Iox Mistress. But this one is not from Iox Mistress. It's on the ground. Another book. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. But it's okay. If you want to keep typing and guessing, it doesn't bother me at all. More activity in my stream and the chat also helps with like algorithms and stuff, so it definitely does not hurt. I wonder what the colon is. That's wrong. Darn it. All right. So this relates to go and low. I'm going to say sit by. We're on the same page. Peace, warm, and death. Sit by fire and read me. Okay, let's try the door. Evidently, it is both like and unlike the graveyard moon. Let's try the door. Can't open it, stuck fast. I believe the wood has warped in the frame, mistress. Let's try Mina's key. Doesn't fit. This isn't the right library. If this even is a library. Do we want to try to pry it? Or do we want to go upstairs? Let's go upstairs first. We can come back and try prying it later. Maybe there's a way through across the roof. Mistress, please do not plummet anywhere. Robot, shut your mouth. This one is a blotted fragment from an even longer sentence. Ah, excellent. No people. Death buried find. Go in time. No people. Buried, death, and find. No people. Feared robots. Return. Let's go with that. But I thought there weren't any robots in the Empire. This suggests otherwise. I can see them more clearly from up here.
Gods staring each other down. Each one daring the others to blink first.
One I know, but 5 I don't. A fallen rock. I'm glad I wasn't standing here when that came down. I'm surprised it didn't crush the whole building. It's a cave the roof in. It's a lot of weight. A table set for a meeting. Looks like it ended in an argument. Could have been moments ago. The Eagle and Sun. That dates this site beautifully. Just gonna grab a couple chips. We'll continue on. Some kind of theater. Some kind of devotional space. Something wedged in the stone. Something wedged under here. A scratched charm of silver It looks like it dates from the age of sail. Incredible craftsmanship. Such tiny details worked in. It doesn't have an inscription on the jewel. This comes from the same place as the snapped key I found here earlier, I think. We got a lot of information on the Age of Sail site now. This should make its location easier to find. By the goddess and her imposters. I'm glad I'm not doing this in the dark. A breach in the wall. Yeah, a giant boulder came down. This whole structure is intact, except here. But there's no boulders, no signs of impact. I think this was demolished. Let's jump there in a moment. There's another area back here that I had walked past. Something in the sand. There's something here. Almost completely buried. A dented telescope. I think it dates from ancient times. It's incredible and ancient. And there's an inscription. This one is a broken piece from an even longer. Should sky open? Feels like the deeper I'm going, the more incorrect my statements are sounding. With this one in particular, I guess. But still. There's a word missing? Yeah. Well, this one here, in between. Then a lot of the other words seem like they're slightly off too. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay, let's get these out of the way. There's no other words that use, or no other symbols that use that symbol. At the end, there's nothing else I could do other than this. At the front, there's nothing else I can do other than this. I think it's going to say the exact same thing. Am I not just doing the exact same thing over and over again? Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. That's the first time that's happened. This comes from the same site as the Chronicles of Mazwai I found here before, I think. This should help us locate the site of the ancient library Mina had a key for. Yeah, it wasn't giving me more suggestions, which is really weird. Unless I didn't scroll far enough, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's it. That's all it's giving me. I think we just need to come back to it later. I love it out here. Some people live and die on Iox. They never see anything. Unfortunately, not everybody gets to travel. Travel is definitely a luxury. But I can jump this. I'm sure I can jump this. What kind of archaeologist can't jump over a small gap? That's a good question. Definitely not Laura Croft. So long as the stone on the other side doesn't break, of course. Is it going to let me? Jump. Jump. I can't. What? Not since almost suffocating in the mine. If the floor on the other side gave out, I'd break my neck. I'll have to go back. What? So were other decisions that I made, did they affect my ability to take risks? Because if that's the case, that's kind of cool. Where it's like previous experiences impact your ability to do things in the future. Mistress. Can we look at this one? Another few lines. Cool. Hopefully we don't come into the same issue that we did before. This one has a lot of options. Pilgrim's fits. And Beloved fits. So many books and all she can read are fragments. Yeah, well, they have to put parameters on the game, right? If we could read everything, then the game would just be too damn long. And or too complex. Holy Pilgrim and something right. I think right is wrong. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Beloved. Beloved. Pilgrim I'm quite confident in, and Holy I'm confident in. I think this should be right. Those aren't the symbols for Beloved after all. So friend, record, and death. Well, why would that be a word for death and then also a different symbol be death as well? So it's not going to be death. I'm going to say stranger. Holy Pilgrim and joy, peace, precise. Maybe it's the opposite. Let's go angry stranger. We could change pilgrim. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. That will do for now. Oh, what? Another inscription. We almost missed that. This is the end of a line of text. Nice. I feel like knowledge. Life relates more closely to live and death. But yeah, knowledge seems correct. I'm with you there, Honeybat. This place must have been fine once, mistress. The scale of construction suggests opulence, even if the fittings do not. Let's look out. Yeah, knowledge definitely fits. It's like some kind of a nightmare. The winds outside must be blowing from somewhere, mistress. There must be a wellspring here generating dust. Hold on, there was a door that... Oh, hold on, there was something else? Scattered papers. Let's see if I can get anything out of this one. Cool. Lots of deciphering. I'm enjoying it. Strong twice. The Empire kept the whole nebula under guard. I wonder if people loved the Emperor as much as the stories say they did. If this place was built for robots, why are there so many stairs? I don't know. It's strange, I agree. Let's pry the door open with our iron thingamajig. Whoa, that was loud. Holy, that was loud. It's like the quietest game all of a sudden just became super loud. That kind of made me jump. A third inscription. You jumped too? I'm not surprised. For like such a quiet and peaceful game, that was not something I was expecting. Well, this doesn't fit at all. Why would they even give me this as an option? I can add my translation for open. Nice. Death Place. I'm gonna go with Tomb. No, that was in the game, man. That was in the game. Tomb is open. I'm gonna go with that. I could still change my mind, but Tomb is open. It's probably gonna be a fourth inscription on the other side of the door. Let's have a look here. I think what I'm going to do, even though she's not really begging for it, I see Pepper kind of like sitting there and staring at me. And since she puked up pretty much like everything that was in her stomach, I'm gonna go and feed the cats. And do not wish to alarm you, but I'm sure I heard something moving nearby. Okay. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go feed the cats, and I'll be right back. Yeah, about 3 minutes or so. All right, I'm back. I wonder if that was an intended jump scare by the devs of the game. Because it wasn't really like a jump scare. It was just like a really loud noise when you were breaking down the door. Man, we found the translation goldmine. Page from a book. Hear my... They wanted to make sure I wasn't falling asleep? Maybe. Hear my words. Hear my ideas. I like that. Hear my ideas. The remains of a fireplace. Somebody huddled here to keep warm. Burned what they could find. Books, most likely. Why would you say that? This is a scimitar with a vicious blade. Dating from the Age of Sail, the middle of the blade seems to be etched with characters. This is the end of a longer line of text. It is, after all, a very relaxing game. Like, it does actually kind of put me in, like, I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it's so relaxing that I feel like if I closed my eyes while playing this game for a moment, I might fall asleep. You always watch this game when sleepy? Or do you become sleepy when watching this game? Fire Guardian Mine. Well, I'm thinking sword because it's what she's holding. This sword cannot be buried, fall low. Cannot be lowered. I like it. Your active gardening on weekends is to blame. Yeah, I hear you on that. I'd hazard that this comes from the same source as the scratched charm and the snapped key we found here before. Presumably, people regularly visit both sites. This will make the Age of Sail site easier to locate. Cool. Oh, okay. Cool. I often feel like I'm a little bit more tired on the weekends because of golfing. Another door. Is it stuck fast as well? I'm probably going to have another loud sound if we try to open it. Oh. A mural. Similar to the one we saw on the abandoned Empire period graveyard moon where I had spoken to the hologram. Perhaps this one is slightly older, even more worn. A line of figures, some stooped, some young, gathered together, then falling. A bright light. That's all I can make out. The hologram I saw in the graveyard said there were robots here, but that doesn't make sense. Not with all these steps. Well, it does kind of make sense. Oh, that's the door. Okay, so this is where we saw, where we wanted to jump to before. It does make sense when they were saying the whole thing about kind of like implying that the guy, what's his name, back on Iox was saying how he was kind of implying that humans are robots as well, or some of the people that look like humans are robots. This ramp is a door. There's no way it fell like this. Someone made themselves a way through. Maybe a robot. Someone with a robot, Let's clamber over. I could just use the gate, but... Cool.
The rock had been scooped out to make a roof for the courtyard, keeping it safe from the endless storm beyond.
It's so quiet.
This was a secret place.
Some kind of ritual space? There is something about this place, mistress. I cannot, as you might say, put my finger on it. A good something or a bad something? And off he goes. Perhaps both, mistress. An uncanny something. I think we're going to have a fourth. No? I was hoping to have a fourth phrase etched there. Oh, what do we have here? Scrawled symbols. Someone wrote something on this pillar. I've never seen ancient symbols scrawled like this. Written in charcoal, I think. I've not seen anything even close to this first one. Whoa. And there's a few words I've found before that might help. Okay. This one relates to lo, you, or your. I bet you these are numbers. These are totally numbers. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but let's just do that. Just to start with. I'm fairly sure those two are numbers. But what they're meant to signify, I have no idea. Maybe a date of when this was built. Bless the rivers! I could have plunged straight over. Look over the edge. It's not unfinished building work. Perhaps the building continues underground. Ooh, we're not going to clamber down quite yet. I'd like to clamber down. But I want to make sure that we can... Oh. A heavy stone table. This looks like an altar to me. Is this a temple then? Did the emperors secretly worship the ancient gods? Inscriptions. And something's been chiseled in here. Beautiful workmanship. This one is a phrase run together. Death is gates open. Death is healthy. Death is door. Death is entrance. Death is it kind of relates to those other words, but how does it make sense? Death is door. You know what? I'll go with your thought there, Honeybat. Let's try door. But if death is a door, Robert also thinks door. What's on the other side? Was this a hospital? Safely away from everyone else? I don't think so. Did the hologram girl die here after all? I'm not following that logic. But maybe. Oh. There are some carvings here. Not much visible. The dust has worn it all away. A few images, but it's hard to see what they say or what they are. This door seems stuck. What do we have here? There's more graffiti here. More numbers. Knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah. These ones look more promising. No, these aren't numbers. This one is several words. Empress. Fall. Will of oh, more will. This doesn't feel right. Oh, what? No, here. There we go. Laws of will fall. How do you know, robot? You can't think. You're just a robot. I don't think there's anything else I can do, is there? I think we're stuck once again. Yeah, I think this is another one of those where it's we're just kind of stuck. That's fine. Let's check around the outside. Now we'll work our way in. Some kind of jewel. Evidently, it is a hopper eye, mistress. Really, although it is not well positioned. Can we use it? Do you really want to? It must refract to somewhere. Assuming it's not just ornamental. If this hopper directed one inside a closed stone box, say mistress, then one would require another hopper inside that space to return. Is this a place of execution? A hopper set up to carry you straight into a rock? It is indeed possible. What? It's kind of messed up. A hole? A hole? A prison for robots? I don't know. Let's check this out. Something embedded in the altar. There's something in the stone here. I've never seen anything like it. It's a device of some kind. 6, what do you make of it? Evidently, it is old, mistress. Evidently, it is very old. Robert got it. An armless god. I would estimate the metal in this piece to be nearly 2,500 years old. But what does it do? I have no idea, mistress. It may be purely decorative. That's what I'm kind of thinking. This one seems to be just ahead on a stack of barrels. There are glyphs. Base of the armless god. This isn't a word I already know. I'll have to make a guess. It's related to land, place, and plants. Serpent because it has no arms. I'm going to go with serpent. That will do for now. That would explain the lack of arms. That's what I was thinking. Although it doesn't explain why the ancient worshipped snakes. The horned goddess. From the graveyard moon. Still weeping. Can we see the backside? The water... What? There was a chair. What are you talking about? What? Here. In the center of this place. A chair. On wheels. I sat down in it, mistress. What? They put something on my brow. What do you mean, sat? I sat in a chair, golden, painted, of course, carved with leaves winding up its legs, faces watching me. I remember the texture of the wood. I could barely lift my head, but I lifted it all the same. Mistress, I was tied. Something's happening to you, Six. There's something here, doing something to you. I am myself, mistress. I am not surprised if that upsets you. Do you have an off switch, maybe? Do you? Oh. Now be quiet. I can't hear above your chatter. This one is the water goddess from Mercy. Nice to see an old friend out here. I know these glyphs at her feet. They red as water, as we thought. A cairn of stones. These must have been placed here deliberately, to mark this god in particular. Let's move the stones. I wonder if behind all of these, there's a word. Yeah, I see a glyph. There. More glyphs. That might tell us who this god is. The buried god from the mine. Goddess of miners. So did miners come here? Miners from that mine? I'm thinking earth. Just one word. At least it's short. Ground. 100% it's ground. A goddess of the earth. So we got water and ground. So we should probably have air and fire as well. Most curious. Yes, I see. The reaching god. This one is the tall god from the cratered moon. I'm already sure of these symbols as well. They say sky. There we go. That confirms it. A sky god of sailing and rivers. A giving goddess. This one seems to be giving something. Or maybe holding something. Or maybe asking for something. But they say giving. Let's see now. All place star. I'm going to say sun. That would explain what it's giving. All right, let's go see what the robot found. What is it, robot? Mistress, I have completed my analysis of the hopper eye. Okay. I have sent test packets through and analyzed the minor refractions. I would like to leave now, mistress, but I cannot hopper us from under the rock. You have obtained 5 interesting artifacts here. We have also discovered the existence of one new location, an unknown ancient site. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. What's the matter? Are you going to tell me what that hopper does? I observed 2 things about the hopper. Individually, they are of trivial interest. Together, they are as we feared. Just tell me. This eye is flawed, mistress. Internal cracking means it can only refract some of the information passed to it. Specifically, the physical matrix is not refracted. If used, only the neural mesh would disentangle. Surely a neural mesh is physical. Please, mistress. So I have a theory. Hoppers are old, complex technology. It would be embarrassing for either of us to pretend to understand it in detail. Perhaps we could head towards the gate, mistress. Shall I try the hopper one more time, mistress? Don't hassle me, robot. Okay. My theory. That is used to either transport human minds into robots, or the other way around. Transport robot, quote-unquote, minds into humans. Probably that way. What would make more sense? Transferring human minds into robots to make the humans, quote-unquote, immortal? Or transferring the robot minds into humans but for what purpose? To infiltrate humans? Maybe. Okay. What's the second thing about the hopper? The other thing, mistress. This hopper is not broken. It has been carefully engineered to function this way. But what good is a neural mesh without a physical matrix? Maybe they brought a matrix with them? Perhaps so. Could a neural mesh be stored? The recording I met in the graveyard was. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Human into robots. If something was threatening their lives, yeah. There must be something down there. Well, we're going to go and have a look. A runoff for water, perhaps? If this moon ever had any. Drop a stone. I wonder. Here's a stone. I'm expecting this robot to push us into the hole. Nothing. If it hit the bottom at all, I didn't hear it. What's down there? Is this lined up with the eye? This is aligned to the hopper eye. I believe it is a hopper source. Yes, mistress. A sort of emitter, although it is clearly defunct. All right, let's see if we can go down this, clamber down into this hole. Wait here, 6. I'll be back. Mistress, please. Do you really have to? What a klutz. Oof.
Empty, cold, stale air.
What is this place?
A cavernous space all around me.
Leah, what have you found? What was that? I'm sure I heard something. I didn't hear anything. Sure of it. Maybe it was the stone I dropped in from above. Maybe it finally hit the bottom. More symbols scrawled, but this one too faded to read. There's something here. Tall oil burner from the moon of pits, I'd guess. Someone was exploring down here. The glass has been inscribed too. This is the start of a fragment of text. Awesome. Well, this should be when, right? This probably isn't when, but time and who, it's like a question. So I'm going to say when we death drown. When we drink together. Ooh, I like that. But hold on. Does that make sense with the oil burner? You know what? I'm going to go with it. This space is huge. I hear music. And so cold. It must go right the way down to the core. I seem to be whispering. I think we're coming up to something important, monumental, huge. I don't like it down here one little bit. Something game-changing, something important. Ramps for robots, no stairs. Easy now, don't want to fall. Light from the opening above. Aha! The only light down here. The freeze I saw showed people falling into a light. What happened here? How far down does it go? Oh, what do we have up here? That's the hole we saw above. For light, or something to do with the hopper eye. How far down does it go? Apparently she's not going to answer. meant to go down? No, seriously, what was that? I didn't hear anything. I definitely saw something moving. I didn't. Why are you going back? Why is she going back? I don't have control of this. Why are you going back? The noise has gone now, I think. I think it's a puzzle. This place was built for robots. They were buried in here. This is a palace, after all. But a palace for them, underground, out of sight? The hologram I met in the graveyard was right. I wonder if there's a chamber like this under Iox somewhere. This isn't a good idea. These walkways are steep and narrow, and who knows what's down there. Okay, it's forcing me back up. I'll take a hint. I thought it was a puzzle, but now I'm less... I'm coming back,
There was
6.
something down there. I'm sure of it.
We have collected one more interesting artifact. I think we are done with this. What's gone? There's nothing more. The voices are gone. What are you talking about, robot? You're like spazzing out. What do you think they were? Who? Friends. Children. A whole life's worth. I think there might still be robots down there. I heard things moving around in the darkness, crawling up and down the ramps. Really? Did you guys hear anything? I didn't hear anything. If they have not climbed out, Mistress, they cannot be robots. Mindless husks, perhaps. But a true robot would be compelled to explore. Okay, how do we get out of here? What is a cat? Oh, there we go. Mistress. Yes, robot. I found an oil burner down there. I think it comes from the moon of turrets and pits. I would agree. All right. Let's go back to the ship. You can hop her through this, can't you? Of course, Mistress. Let's leave the moon. Be ready, mistress. Okay, I think this is going to be a good place, and so we left the surface of the site of the Withering Palace, with rumors of a new site. All right. Man, every time I feel like I play this game, Mistress, I am receiving a message from Professor Miari. Put her through. Aaliyah. I want you back on Iox, Aaliyah. I learned something from that crown you found. Waste no time. I have something I must tell you. We'll come straight to you. She has encoded no kind of reply to that, mistress. It appears to have been a message sent in haste. All right. As I was saying, I think we, like every time we play this game, we make good progress. It feels like the story's moving forward. We're always discovering new places, gathering new information, solving new phrases and words. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to continuing this on next Sunday. I definitely, the game has my interest, and it's holding my interest, which is an awesome thing. So, anyway, that's going to be all for me for today. I'm probably going to stream Isaac tomorrow, and then maybe Lonely Mountains Downhill, as long as it's not a no crash penalty daily. So hope to see you there. I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Honeybat. Yeah, it's a neat little game, and I'm glad you guys are here along with me for this journey and this experience. So, anyway, take care, rest well, everybody, and we'll be seeing you around. Bye-bye.